Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Dexter Loves Annie podcast. Hello from Annie. She's just woken up after a nap. Great timing. What are we doing? Oh my gosh. Well, I'm coming to you. You need to be quiet because this is take 4 already. She's in her bed now. Honestly, take 4. We're not doing new takes anymore. I have enough trouble remembering all the beginning stuff as it is. So I'm coming to you from a very hot and sweaty Buckinghamshire in England. I had to turn the fan off, otherwise you wouldn't hear me. And it has been a while. I went away on holiday for almost 3 weeks, and then I came back. Oh, she's laid down finally. Came back, and although I had done a few things on holiday, I don't know. Everything kind of happened at once. I have started work again, and I'm spending a lot of time at the gym and trying to get myself in shape. So for anyone new here, hello and welcome. I had an operation last year, and leading up to the operation I wasn't able to really exercise much. So I'm in, get fit, get myself back to how I want to be. So I've been at the gym. I've started reformer Pilates, which for anybody who doesn't know, that's on like a bench with straps and lots of resistance, and I've also gone back to pole and aerial classes. They're working out pretty well so far. I'm doing a lot more than I thought I would manage to. So, life stuff later. So if you remember, before I went away, I had every plan to make myself a little vest in cotton. I was obsessed with the idea of cotton knitted tops. It's too hot for cotton knitted tops right now, has to be said. I tried this. I really tried. I don't understand the gauge that this designer got. There isn't even a designer mentioned on here. It's a free pattern via Yarnsmiths. It's meant to be cotton DK. I bought several different colours to try. I could not get this gauge. I don't know. It's almost like it was not written by a human. I know it happens sometimes, and I'm always over gauge. I always have to come down in needle size. So I did loads of swatches. I did not like the material that the smaller needles gave me, and I felt that would just be too stiff for a summer top, and I ended up scrapping it. So if anybody's been waiting for the outcome of this pattern, it isn't. However, I am designing my own, trying to design my own. I've never done a garment other than a sock before. Socks and hats. I haven't actually uploaded any hat patterns. I will do eventually. But yeah, I'm trying, and it's got a nice border around the bottom. I don't want to show you because I don't want to get your hopes up. Because I really don't know if it's going to make it into print or not. So I don't want to disappoint you. So I'm not going to show you. Sorry about that. Hopefully in a couple of weeks I will have the confidence to show you that. But that particular t-shirt as it stands is not happening. However, I did get myself some other cotton because it was cheap. I'll have to put the cost up on the screen. I know I put it on Instagram when I was when I showed everybody. But I made a ranunculus. Now the ranunculus is typically intended to be oversized. I am losing weight. I've already lost a stone since April, and the intention is to lose another couple. So I didn't want to go too big. So this was actually size 2. But it will be oversized eventually once it's fit. I have worn it a couple of times because I've been back a month. And this is the ranunculus pattern done in a 4-ply cotton. I'll put yarn details up in a bit, unless I can. Pattern was literally just over there, so, and I did save a band. There we go. Right, so this is King Cole Giza Cotton Sorbet 4-ply in the colourway 2480. So let's try and show you that without showing you the pattern. Over here somewhere. There, that's better. Right. And then that's the shade colour. I think it was on sale. I think the whole top ended up, because I bought 3 balls. I didn't use all 3. I didn't go very far into the third at all. Let me show you the front of the pattern, because I adapted it somewhat. Where are you? I printed on A4 and put into A5 envelopes for easier transportation. So this here pattern is called the ranunculus. It is by Knit Cafe Midori, and that is how it's supposed to be, all oversized. But I was obsessed with making a cotton top. What I don't like about the ranunculus is, and I don't like about any tops that do have this as a feature, I don't like the lace that comes across the cleavage. For me, I'm always self-conscious because I'm a bigger girl, and I don't like to have that. So that like 4-hold pattern, I didn't do it, and I'm really happy with the result. I've done this with the love note as well, not done the lace or done less of the lace, and that's how it turns out. And I actually prefer that for me. Let's show you just one layer. It has been washed and blocked. But it's been worn and then washed and blocked, as you do. So you've got these kind of weird yarn across things, and then this bit is where the lace would be if you did it, and then there's another bit of patterning, and that's all fine for me. To be honest, they're going under dungarees when it's cooler. But also the intention was that it would go on over activewear after I've come out of the gym or whatever. So the neckline, there's 2 different necklines. There's the extra stretchy, which I didn't want, and there was a normal one, and you had to watch a video, and where I was there wasn't great signal, so I'm like, do you know what, I'm just going to do a really, really loose cast on, and I think I did German short row cast on. No, German twisted cast on. It's a little tighter than I would like, and obviously because it's cotton, it's a little bit rope-like, but it goes on fine. And then I did some German short rows at the back to make it, that has not sat properly, has it? Did some German short rows at the bottom, just so I could tell the front from the back, because it's not that obvious. But it does make a difference which way round you put it on. Please ignore Annie. Everybody else does. We don't, that's a lie. She wanted to go outside, but the neighbour's carer's outside and she absolutely hates her. She tells us when she's pulled up out the front, she goes ballistic. Her voice is like nails on the chalkboard. Anyway, so she wants to go outside and she can't because she'll do nothing but make a racket. So I've had to bribe her with food. So, ta-da, ranunculus, happy, cotton, cheap to make. Managed to get through that. Oh my God. Right, next, finally finished these. They have been several years in the making. I don't know what on earth happened. Well, I do, because I had the operation in between. Making them. I had a ticket in there somewhere. And this is how I know I did them during my, before and after my operation, because I labelled up all of my project bags with details of what the project was. It's here. I found it. Put tags on all my project bags so that while I was recovering, I could send my husband for a specific project that I wanted to get done. So these are the Cumulus socks by Roro & Caves. I did the 64 stitches, which was very important to write down because there was quite a long time in between the two. And the yarn is Yarndale Merino 4-ply in spearmint. And they are finally finished. There's absolutely no reason why they took so long, other than, an operation in the middle and just mental block. There's a lot of lace. Excuse me, I've got hiccups again. I always get hiccups when I run the podcast. So, there you go, against a plain background. All the way down. Well, that's, so you're knitting that way, aren't you? She does usually do top down and toe up. There's probably both. But yeah, that is the pattern. Reasonably simple lace. It's an 8-row repeat. You do have to concentrate. That's probably why I didn't pick it up as soon as I did, because you have to concentrate. And actually, when I went back to the second sock, because I actually started these again back in on my holiday, I just couldn't work out. I was sort of probably just one pattern repeat through, and I could not work out where I got to, so I had to pull it back to the rib and start again. And then I knew where I was, so that was fine. And yeah, these have been finished for a little while. A week or two. You're not going out because you're just going to yell at her. There we go. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep these or if I'm going to gift them, because they're in my friend's colours, and frankly my sock drawer is overflowing now, so it's time some got rehomed. I've already gifted a cardigan that I've outgrown or shrunk out of. Next, oh yeah, so if you've been around, or if you're also a follower of Kelly Menzies, there they are, I have been doing the knit along of her socks. So every 2 months she discounts one of her patterns and we all knit it together. And if you remember, the last one was Dusting of Frost, and I got the original yarn that they were done in, and that was a lace pattern, and they were lovely, and I wear those a lot because they're pretty summer socks. This time round was the 4-ply Daedalus, which is a mosaic pattern. So clever, so easy. Yes, you do have to concentrate, and yes, there is a cock up. But it's fine. Yeah, I love them. And I'm very excited to have them. And actually looking at a pattern, I think I have made a mess of... No, I haven't. I think I have done the foot right. But anyway, it's fine. It'll fit, and nobody's going to be asking me to take my foot out of my show and show them my foot, are they? And if you do, you're going to get an answer that you didn't expect. Maybe you should expect. So, the cowl finished the day before yesterday, and I only started these a week ago because I was desperately trying to finish loads of other stuff and get my life in order. So, I'd only finished 1.5 socks. So, I didn't get entered in for the prize. But that's okay, because these socks are my prize. Because look, aren't they cool? Actually, I have done this right, haven't I? Yeah, there's a bit of a fudge to just do this bit, but it's very easy, and she even does a video to show you, because I think people were getting confused, and definitely it helped me. Seeing somebody else do things definitely helps me better than having to read it. Let's just tuck the end in so it looks prettier. So this is a Daedalus sock, and actually now on screen I can absolutely, that is really obvious. So the way this works is you have 2 colours, but there are, I'll show you on the other one, there are no floats. So what happens is you knit a row with the first colour, and where your colour changes are going to be, you just slip the stitch. Then you do that again to sort of reinforce that colour change. So that stitch actually just pulls across 2 rows. Annie's so interested. Can you tell? And so you know, in terms of when you do and don't concentrate, because you have to count in between. I think it's 8 stitches. Hold on. So you have to count on the first row, and then on the second row you're basically just repeating that. So you've kind of got, like, you know, a concentrating row and an off row where you don't have to concentrate so much. Well, I took it too far. There's 3 there, but it's fine. It's cool. It's kind of, yeah. So obviously I've repeated it on the other sock to make it look like I meant to do it. It'll be our secret, okay? Actually, I think it looks less pronounced there. It's here. Yeah, I don't mind. So I've got maybe 4 of these pattern rows left to do, and then I'm into the toe, and then I'm done. But it's summer, I need shorty socks. I wasn't going to get long socks done anyway. To be honest, I absolutely love this colourway, this colour combo. I had a knitting machine as a child, as a teenager, and I knitted myself a stripy jumper in these colours. I think it was a short sleeve. I'm trying to find it. I can see it in my mind's eye, so I have an idea what sort of album it's going to be in, but nobody prints photographs anymore, do they? And there's a box in the garage, and it's probably in there. But anyway, yeah, it was a Christmas. It was definitely a Christmas, because I'm holding one of my Christmas presents in it. So yeah, I love this colour combination, and I would have loved long socks in this colour combination, and I may still do that someday. There's quite a lot of other things to get through. So that is the same colour, that is the same yarn, the spearmint in the Yarn Smiths merino sock 4-ply, and then the Yarn Smiths Merino Sock Black, which is left over from the jumper the cardigan that I did, which I've still got to stick. I have not found the courage yet to stitch and cut that project. Be assured I will be taking you along for the ride for mental support. So yeah, the other issue was I didn't know if I would have enough yarn, but I clearly did. And there's the black. So yeah, I wish I'd gone long, but I really don't have the time to be knitting long socks. Because this brings me on to the next thing. Today marks the first day of Tour de Fleece. Tour de France starts today, so Tour de Fleece starts. And I didn't do it last year because I thought I was getting myself ready for an operation, which didn't happen until September, but whatever. So I am going to be getting the spinning wheel out and cleaning it. It's too hot to spin today. So I'm going to get it out, clean it, oil it. It's been a couple of years since I got the manual spinning wheel out. And I'm going to get that ready, and I will hopefully start tomorrow. I've got a few bags of fibre, sort of pre-dyed and blended tops to spin. So I think the first one's going to be a black and white one. Multiple different types of fibre in it. I will tell you when I find it. It's over there somewhere. That is the stash area. And then I've got a purpley one, I think. Yeah, there's several. These boxes here are all fibre as well. And then I've still got a couple of fleeces, because the last time I did Tour de Fleece, I'd had a fleece in, because I was in France for the time that it was on, and I scoured the fleece and combed it and started spinning it. I think I managed to spin about 200-300 grams of it. Half of it's still on the electric spinner. I will get to that one day. Don't have a very big house, and you just have to concentrate on what's out at the time. So there it is. Now, after this, I am going to record my DIY Advent video, because I've had it for a while and I keep looking at it, and it really needs to get packed up in bags and put away and numbered for Christmas. I haven't had a proper look at it, because that's kind of the point. So yeah, I'm going to record that now as well, so that I've got something, so I've got that to put out, just in case anybody wants to do what I've done, because it is a damn sight cheaper than buying an Advent. Last year I think I paid the same for my 20-gram mini DIY Advent, plus I had a load of stitch markers and whatnot in it, and end stoppers and things. I think I paid the same for that as what I paid for a 10-gram mini Advent set from a dyer, and she's always quite reasonable anyway in her pricing. But just the whole extra thing of putting it in the packaging and paying for the packaging, and because they all come in overly fussy packaging, although this was just a pop box, and I quite like the pop box. This will probably be in sweet bags again. I don't really think I need to do anything fancy for it, but we'll see. Yeah, so look out for that soon. And that's me done. That is me done. Life stuff, I think I covered most of it. I'm hitting the gym 2-3 times a week. Exercising. I'm going back to my aerial and pole classes. I managed an invert on Friday, which basically means going upside down on the pole and holding yourself up there just with the power of your legs. And yeah, I'm really starting to feel more positive about myself and getting back to the person I was before these things grew inside me and stopped everything. What else am I doing? Yes, I started back at the shop. If you're a long time subscriber, you'll know that I work at a pet shop occasionally. I haven't gone back for full-time hours. Full-time hours aren't available. I'll probably be doing a couple of shifts a month. And that's quite nice because you get to cuddle dogs and stuff. What else am I doing? I'm kind of also doing a bit of admin for a friend, which I can do from home, and it can be sort of broken up, and that's quite nice, easy work. I really need to get the folksy shop up and running properly. It's there. You just have to keep reminding people that it's there. There's printed mugs in there. There's stitch markers. There's printed project bags. So it would be nice to get that moving because I am paying a monthly fee for it. It'd be nice to make it actually pay for itself at least. Going forward, I intend to finish that sock. I would like to make myself another felted bag. Did one a few weeks ago. I still haven't gifted that. I'll hopefully see her soon. And then the plan is to start on a cardigan now for the winter, because the two that I have are now too big. Everything's too big. One of them, the reddish toned one, the one that I made for my dad's funeral, that I bought some very expensive alpaca lace weight to go with that. So there's every chance I'm going to unpick that and remake that in a few sizes smaller. The beast is on the move again. But the other one is a brown one with a pink stripe through the yoke. I don't think I'll remake that one. I can't unpick and remake everything as I shrink. But the red one was important, so I think I'll probably do that. But I want to start a new one with the DK yarn that I bought. I did one for my sister, if you remember, with the grey with the pink bits, hearts and stuff across the yoke. I want to do one in that yarn because it's gorgeous yarn. It just makes up beautifully. And I did actually download 2 more doodle packs. I think I got garden and something else. I haven't printed them out yet, but the intention is to do a frieze around the a picture around the yoke. And I also have yarn ready to take part in the penguin along. There's a bunch of us want to make jumpers with penguins on, just for funsies. So that's going to happen soon. Other than that, I have a little dog that's desperate to go out for a UWALK, but it is 30 degrees out there, 30 degrees Celsius. And if you're not native to the UK, when it gets hot here, it gets humid, sticky as hell. And there's absolutely no way she can go out in that. Anything above about 20, 21, it's too dangerous. But she doesn't learn that. She doesn't want to know. She just wants what she feels she has the entitlement to. The minute we got her out, she'd lie down on the grass anyway. It's almost like we need to have the whole rigmarole of putting her lead and harness on and just walking her to the end of the path just to prove to her that she can't do it. Yeah, So those are the projects. This isn't finished. I should probably put a bit more on that. Won't be doing blankets in this weather, that's for sure. And we are actually apparently expecting more heat wave. It's going to rain tomorrow and come back down, thank goodness. But apparently it's going to come up again in future, so we'll see what happens. So yeah, I had half a mind to make a baby jumper. We're going to a second birthday party soon, but nobody I've knit for has actually appreciated it, apart from my sister, who actually does wear this cardigan that I've made. I've seen her in it several times, without being, cajoled into it. But other than that, I've never seen my nephew in anything I've made him or my friend's grandson. So I won't be making any more children's stuff. So that's it. It's going to be spinning. I hope you like spinning content, because I'll bring some of that to you when we get going. It's quite a nice little ASMR, isn't it? If I put the camera up high so you can see what's happening. And I will come back soon with finished projects or the yarn that I've spun, whatever. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. My little channel isn't really growing, so I'm aware that the people that are still here obviously like something I'm doing. Otherwise I would stop. Anyway, have a lovely week, fortnight, however long it takes for me to come back. Hello and goodbye from Annie.